5, his men show how well his new offense can work as rookie John Crow takes an inside handoff and skips through the Washington Redskins forward wall. Crow takes flight in the Redskins secondary and sprints down the sideline on an 83-yard run, the longest from...
Swings out to throw, looks for Crow again, pass is complete. Crow cuts back sharply, and with a beautiful bit of Fancy Dan running, he heads for that end zone. He's in trouble again, but on his feet and driving, he powers his way in, and the Cardinals have scored. Quarterback hands the ball to Crow. Crow bounces into the line, then moves out to his right. Rolls loose from the tackler. He's in the clear. Crow goes. In the final period, Guglielmi has the Cardinals threatening. John David Crow takes a pass over his head and crashes into the end zone for a touchdown. Cardinals 15. This handoff to Crow. Can't find anyone to throw to. He's going to run with this one. Down to the 20, to the 10, the 5. He veers into the end zone.
As a Heisman Trophy winner at Texas A&M, John David Crow was one of those fabled football players who seemed to spring from the panhandle like oil wells. Injuries prevented him from enjoying a truly great career in the NFL, but he was often able to display the form that made him a college legend. And these occasions made John David Crow one of the most memorable players of his era.
John David Crow was born with a partial paralysis of the left side of his face that prevented him from being a cover boy. But as a runner, number 44 struck a classic portrait of determination and proved capable of picture-perfect performances. In 1960, his third year as a pro, he became the first Cardinal to ever gain over 1,000 yards in a season. In 1962, he scored 17 touchdowns. His talent as a receiver would eventually enable him to finish his 11-year career as a 49er tight end. But as a young runner, Crow's potential loomed so large that Cleveland offered to trade the great Jimmy Brown for him. The Cardinals, however, concluded that while Brown was the better pure runner, Crow was more versatile, and he demonstrated his multifaceted skills not only as a pass catcher, but also as a passer. Might have resembled a 50s TV bad guy who could have battled Marshall Dillon or Sergeant Friday, Crow was a good old boy from Louisiana. His defect never bothered him or the many friends he earned in the NFL. What really made John David Crow unique was a determined running style that frustrated defenders and thrilled fans.
When he played, they didn't come any tougher. When his time on the gridiron was over, his kindness was unmatched. He won Texas A&M its first Heisman Trophy, and the only one garnered by a Bear Bryant-coached player. In the NFL, he made 4 Pro Bowls, but his accolades were never a point of interest. His humility was always at the forefront. Even when off in the center of attention, the concept of others was never lost on him. Always caring to hear from those around, never wanting to boast of himself. Family was always first, not football. People mattered most, not his pride. May John David Crow rest in peace. Always remembering how tall he stood, the 12th man mourns the passing of this Aggie legend.